Oh, the series, Ashley Jensen is with us now. I was just saying, Kat, to Ashley, that I sat down yesterday and seen the first 3 episodes, and it doesn't take long for you just completely throw yourself back into it.
I know. It's a good one this year, I have to say.
Well, it's always a good one, but honestly, for such a beautiful place, there's a lot of bad things going on.
A lot of bad things. I think what's particularly good about this one is it's almost become claustrophobic and small because we took over this tiny little village called Levenswick, we called it Lunneswick, and that was where we set the whole thing. So rather than travelling about all over the place and you know, having flashbacks in London and Norway, it's literally all in this little village. So everybody is a suspect.
And they really are.
Yeah, and it got all very fishy, the first episode.
It certainly did. I love a scene like that, though. I love scenes that are with animals and children, albeit these were dead fish. But,
but a lot of them, though.
Kind of unpredictable, though, to be honest, because my makeup artist, Kaylee, would be like, you've got fish all over your face, you've got guts on your cheek.
You definitely got down with the fish. I mean, you weren't sort of sifting through them gently.
No, she was angry, though. Calder was angry.
She was. So just explain a little bit about what Calder's facing in this series.
She's not... The show opens with a stakeout, and she's had a tip-off from an informant and goes to this fishing boat and is assuming that she's going to find a lot of drugs, which involved, like, sifting through a lot of fish. And there were none. There were
no drugs, just a lot of fish.
A lot of fish, yeah. But the funny story with that fishing boat is it was called the Guiding Light was the boat. We shot the first scene when we were all approaching it, and then we got wind that the fisherman was going to sell the boat. Right. And we were like, we've still got scenes to do with the boat, which I thought was really nice. That it let us know that, you know, life goes on.
Yeah, he's so nonplussed.
Despite the fact that we're making a BBC One primetime television show, and he was like, well, I've got a buyer for my boat.
I'm selling my boat.
I know, so we ended up having to go back and use a different boat for the interior. And then at one point, our lovely producer Louise was quietly panicking, but not letting us know she was panicking, but just going, we've got to find another boat. We're going to have to build a set. And they were talking about getting refrigeration because obviously there were fish.
Yes.
So, but we did use another boat after he'd sold his boat, so... The magic of television and all that.
So she didn't find any drugs, but does she find romance? Because there seems to be a hint of it.
Well, again, the scene opens. She's been doing a little bit of online dating, I think.
I'd love to see a bit of that.
I think because she feels she has to do an online dating thing because that's what you do in the modern world. But it's not been too successful.
Yeah.
And I think she's the kind of person that likes to meet someone and see if there's a chemistry. And there might be someone with a little bit of chemistry this year.
There's definitely a little frisson.
Yeah, a little frisson.
She's reading his books and everything.
That's right, it's poetry, yeah. But I think the connection there is he's got a complicated relationship with his family, and as we know from the first 2 series, Calder's got a complicated relationship with her past and her dad. So I think there's a sort of a dark connection there in some form.
Actually, can you believe that 20 years is celebrating of extras this year?
I cannot believe
20
it. I can't believe it. I know. Some of the young crew members were just coming to it for the first time, and they were like adults of 26. And I was like, oh my God, you were 6 when I was doing that.
Yes.
I still feel like I'm that age.
We all do.
I know. I know.
And any suggestion that he could bring it back, you guys could get back together and do something? I mean, we're seeing quite a lot of reunions of these things.
Well, not that, but funny you should mention it, because Ugly Betty's had this huge resurgence. And there's a podcast out that Anna Ortiz, who played Hilda, and Mark Indelicato, who played Justin, they're doing this podcast called Viva Betty, and which I'm doing next week. And they've got directors and producers and actors and guest actors all on it. And they're all talking about this reboot.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, what?
Oh, but that would be amazing to revisit that, because also that was like a whole different life you had going on.
I know. I mean, the programme was so iconic at the time. And I think that the whole thing about this podcast is things that were on in 2006, would they still be relevant today? Like, there's a whole thing about Betty when she was body shamed and how it was like things that we'd leave in 2006 and things that we can we can move on with and things that are still relevant today.
But the characters are so beloved and it has such a strong following. We all want to know what's happened to them in the years we've not seen them.
I know. I always think it's a bit like a fairy tale, wasn't it? Because like Wilhelmina's character was like the fairy godmother in it, wasn't she? And I was like the good fairy.
Yeah.
That spoke sense from Scotland.
And you kind of got the part a bit by accident, almost.
Kind of, yeah. Well, I went over to LA for a holiday.
Yeah.
And it was just when extras had come out, and obviously The Office had been out and it was hugely successful. And my agent at the time was like, well, you might as well go and see a few people. And I was like,
might as well.
All right, then. Went and saw someone and went up for a pilot on my holiday and then continued with my holiday and then ended up doing pilot seasons sort of by accident and read lots of scripts that were pretending to be friends or pretending to be Malcolm in the Middle or something. And then there was this little gem that was just like, what is this? It just felt so different and so kind of engaging and just something that felt very much of its time and exciting.
So good.
And so that
we
was
love
that.
to see some more.
Oh gosh, can you imagine how amazing?
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for jumping in, Ashley. Lovely to see you. The new series of Shetland starts on Wednesday, 9 o'clock on BBC One and BBC iPlayer.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.